They're very secretive. You know, it's a major movie. There is nothing that I can tell you.
Oh, it's just true. It's like I feel like I can't even answer. Like I blink. Can I send messages?
Just like where
like
would you
Morse
be
code?
in a month?
Get what you're doing.
From last-minute rewrites that caught even the actors off guard to entire shoot, schedules being mysteriously shuffled, something is unraveling behind the scenes at Marvel. The civil war within the studio isn't just brewing anymore, it's boiling over. And when one fan-favorite star finally snapped and leaked sensitive details about the next Avengers film, the dominoes started falling fast. Suddenly, other cast members followed suit. Marvel, once known for being one of the most tightly sealed operations in Hollywood, is now bleeding secrets. So what's really going on behind the curtain? Stay locked in, because what's unfolding right now is far bigger than a couple of spoilers. This is a mutiny. In just 72 hours, 3 major Marvel veterans, 2 of them original Avengers, set the internet ablaze. One let it slip unintentionally, another leaked on purpose, and the third simply reached their breaking point and made it clear they were done playing nice.
Once in a career, once in a lifetime opportunity, and just trying to, you know, soak up every moment, enjoy it. I think we're all pretty proud of what we've done.
We've compiled exclusive footage, internal reports, and long-buried interviews that Disney likely hoped would never resurface. And the most chilling piece? A now infamous on-camera moment where an actor claims they can't say anything, but what they hold back says more than any press release ever could, especially when viewed alongside what leaked just days later. This isn't just about one movie, it's not even just about secrets. It's about a toxic studio culture imploding in real time, fueled by resentment, silence, and rebellion from the very faces that made Marvel what it is.
All I know is he and the other Avengers are on a text thread that is used multiple times a day.
And in just a few minutes, we'll reveal the character arcs that leaked, which cast members are walking away, and the stunning accusations that Disney tried to silence them with threats of career-ending blacklists. But first, let's rewind to the spark that lit the fire. Paul Rudd, the ever-likable, effortlessly charming Marvel Golden Boy. He's the last person anyone expected to throw a wrench into the Marvel machine. And yet, during a recent interview, when asked twice about whether the Russo brothers had contacted him regarding upcoming Marvel projects, he faltered. Despite years of polished, airtight media training, something cracked. His reaction wasn't subtle, it was awkward, unsure, nervous. The kind of moment that makes you sit up and rewind just to make sure you saw what you thought you did. And then came the kicker, a brief mention of London, the same city where filming for a major Marvel project is rumored to be happening. That slip did not go unnoticed. Days later, things escalated when one of Rudd's co-stars ditched the script and spoke candidly. An insider from a major entertainment outlet confirmed that Phase 6 had been heavily rewritten, not due to creative brainstorming, but internal sabotage. And according to whispers from set, some of those leaks may have come directly from angry cast members who felt used and discarded. One of them allegedly told someone off record that they didn't care anymore, because they felt like plastic figures, not people. Dramatic? Possibly. But we went digging, and what we found lined up disturbingly well. Look back at the Endgame premiere, the bright lights, the designer gowns, the red carpet charm. But under all of it, visible cracks. The tired eyes, the forced grins, the tones that said they were done, even if their words didn't. Several Marvel stars, including Chris Hemsworth and Brie Larson, have since admitted to the emotional exhaustion that comes with working in the Marvel machine. The endless promotional tours, the constant lockdown on scripts, the overwhelming pressure to say the right thing, always. And now, the fallout is showing itself through passive-aggressive interviews, clipped answers, and leaks that feel less like accidents and more like warnings. One respected industry tracker even confirmed that a detailed synopsis of the next Avengers film is floating around Hollywood. It includes shocking plot twists, character deaths, betrayals, and an ending that threatens to unravel the emotional legacy of Endgame. The timing of that leak, right after Rudd's awkward press run, is impossible to ignore. Even if you think it's a hoax, Marvel's response suggests otherwise. Security protocols have been intensified, sets have gone dark, cast members are being watched, phones are being banned, crew members are losing access. According to a production insider, the studio is treating this like a breach of national security. And the cast? They're not staying quiet. Not anymore. Take Don Cheadle. At first glance, his recent remarks seem polite, professional, but dig deeper, and they hint at something more final. Pair that with his recent revelation that Marvel hasn't contacted him in over a year, and suddenly, everything starts sounding like a farewell speech. This may be why actors like Rudd, Cheadle, and others are beginning to speak out, quietly, carefully, but unmistakably, because for many of them this feels like the end, not just of a character arc, but of an era. And behind closed doors, they're no longer afraid to say it, and then it gets darker. Sources tied to both Disney's legal department and a high-profile PR firm formerly aligned with Marvel confirmed what many have suspected. These leaks weren't accidents. They weren't marketing stunts. They were acts of retaliation. At least 2 cast members who vanished from the public eye were allegedly hit with internal consequences. One actor, according to insider memos, was nearly axed from the next Avengers lineup for pushing back against the new direction. In Hollywood, where disagreements are usually settled quietly, This became a Cold War, scripts rewritten without informing leads, roles reshaped without notice, and when actors questioned it, they were either stonewalled or legally threatened. This is the same Disney that celebrates its talent at fan expos, that sells the narrative of unity and creative freedom, but what's really happening is far more fractured. When the same actors who once proudly led the charge are now being frozen out for asking questions, it reveals a disturbing double standard. Watch any recent promo appearance and you'll feel it. The rehearsed answers, the forced charm, the palpable discomfort. It's not just awkward PR, it's the result of a studio desperately trying to hold together a fractured narrative. And then came the boiling point. An off-record phone call between a former Avenger and a Marvel executive. According to several insiders, the call was secretly recorded, without Disney's knowledge. While we haven't obtained the audio directly, multiple sources confirm its existence. Snippets have been leaked across insider forums and private Discord servers where Hollywood elites swap real information away from the cameras. What was said during that call paints a picture of deep frustration and creative disillusionment. The actor expressed anger over scripts that no longer prioritize storytelling, but nostalgia-driven cash grabs. They said they were told it didn't matter, that as long as Marvel slapped a logo on it, the audience would show up, and for them, that was the breaking point. And maybe they're right. Marvel's Phase 5 already shows signs of decline. Box office numbers are dipping. The Marvels flopped by franchise standards. And rather than recenter on character growth and strong narratives, the studio has doubled down on multiverse gimmicks and bloated ensembles. So when Paul Rudd fumbles an interview or Don Cheadle sounds unsure of his future, it's not random. It's part of a pattern. One that reveals a growing mistrust between the studio and the people who made it what it is. Even the screenwriters behind Endgame have spoken up. During a recent discussion, they reflected on how creatively derailed the process became. What started with vision and purpose was eventually overridden by corporate demands. Disney executives no longer understood the goal. And Kevin Feige, once the creative anchor, is now reportedly under mounting pressure from above to reorient Marvel toward toy-friendly characters and streaming crossovers. And now, we arrive at what could be the most damning leak yet. Not a vague rumor, but what multiple sources claim is a rough breakdown of Avengers Doomsday. The story allegedly picks up years after Endgame, with timelines colliding and familiar faces returning in unfamiliar ways. One iconic Avenger is reportedly brought back, but they're not the same. The TVA plays a central role, and early in the film, one returning hero dies. Not just for shock, but in a way that insiders say feels hollow and unearned. And that's the real issue. It's not just the leak. It's what it reveals about Marvel's current state. A studio that once led with passion is now driven by algorithms. And the stars who helped build the empire? They're tired of pretending everything's fine, and this time they're not staying silent. It's no surprise the original cast is furious, because for them, this was never just a paycheck. These roles, their arcs, their sacrifices, were built over a decade. Now it's all being unraveled in one bloated multiverse event. That's not storytelling, that's corporate erasure. And now we know, leaked casting documents confirm Marvel is quietly replacing legacy heroes. And the politics behind those replacements, race, gender, age, are already causing turmoil inside Disney. This wasn't just a leak, it's an implosion. The fallout, just beginning. According to insider Daniel Richtman, Marvel internally circulated a new Secret Wars casting list. Not only are some OG Avengers missing, but new leads were added without even informing the original cast. Imagine giving 10 years to a franchise, only to learn from a leaked memo that you've already been replaced. That's exactly what happened to two original Avengers, one male and one female. One was so blindsided they skipped D23, even after Disney offered a private jet and a surprise on-stage reveal. Their answer? I'm not your circus act. And in a leaked text message shared with the Ankler, the same actor said, I'd rather do community theater than pretend Disney still cares. Why? Because Disney had already begun planning a generational reboot, without the legacy actors. Ms. Marvel, Yelena, Kate Bishop, Shang-Chi, Ironheart, even a new Iron Man variant. But the real shock? Tony Stark is being recast. Yes, Robert Downey Jr. is out. Reports say Marvel plans to bring in a younger, morally grayer Tony from another timeline. Why? Simple. It's cheaper. One exec reportedly said, fans don't care who's in the suit, they care about the suit. That quote leaked, and the assistant who leaked it was fired. Just a week later, Downey said at a festival, I love Tony, but I think I've told his story. Sounds classy, until a source close to him said, he didn't walk away. He was pushed, and they didn't even have the decency to tell him first. It's the same story over and over. Scarlett Johansson? She sued Disney in 2021 after Black Widow was dumped on Disney+. She had a solo project in development until it quietly disappeared. Disney offered her a multiverse cameo in Secret Wars if she stayed quiet. Her answer? Go find another widow. Even Florence Pugh, her replacement, has started feeling the pressure. At a press event, she admitted, there's a lot of noise behind the scenes. Meanwhile, one returning Avenger refused to film for 5 days. Why? Their character's death was written as a joke, a slapstick multiverse gag. They walked off set. Marvel rewrote the scene. And here's the darkest twist. Marvel allegedly offered one original cast member a high six-figure retirement bonus, not to act but to stay silent. The actor leaked the offer and walked. This isn't just a studio shift, it's a rebellion. After Endgame, the actors were promised creative input. Instead, they got surprise rewrites, new directors, and stories that made them look like caricatures. Then came the viral moment. At a fan Q&A, one actor was asked about their role in the next Avengers. Their response? A bitter laugh. That clip exploded online. Fans saw old interviews in a new light. Hesitations, dodged questions, scripted PR moments that now feel like veiled pleas. Some actors have vanished. No interviews, no social media, others stay visible but clearly hold back. Because the truth is out, the final battle isn't on screen. It's behind the scenes, and this is the story Marvel never wanted told.